Here at Negoesco Stadium. Charles Wolin and Joe Dugan with you here. Played a first half that was really high octane indeed, Joe. Lots of chances created. More so by the visitors, the away side Stanford. But San Francisco holding serve, holding their own, just down 1-0.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good first half. And I thought it went really well for both teams. Stanford had a little bit higher speed of play and a fantastic through ball on the goal that they scored.
Yeah, their link-up play and how they do on the counter, especially in this game, as well as their back line's been solid. Kosmeyer, one possession off of that throw-in, and now a San Francisco throw-in. No changes from the way that San Francisco started the game. And just one change, it looks like, for Stanford in the way that they started the game, is that their striker, Lumi Kosmeyer, is in the game at center forward, starting in place of Amy Sayer. And that's the one change from the way that these two teams started the game. Of course, there were changes in the first half, lots of changes from both sides. But this is how we start the second half. Some statistics to tell you about as well.
Yeah, just a quick note, I thought Kosmeyer has been doing a very good job for Stanford. Very effective when she gets the ball at her feet.
Yeah, her hold-up play, just expert. And look at that little flick right there. It's Ike.
Well, it was a flick like that that created the goal.
Away there by Cat Hill. Brought back down by Engie.
And the referee allowing for play to continue, even though it was a handball on USF. He felt like Stanford had the ball and had advantage.
Pagoni. And now it opens up here for Marissa Vasquez. Acres of space for her. 4 goals on the year. It's still Marissa Vasquez, top of the area. And it falls for Pagoni.
And Pagoni would love to have that opportunity again. Unfortunately, she just put it wide. But Vasquez making a 40-yard run there through the spine of midfield. She is so dynamic. Again, if I'm USF, I want the ball at her feet as much as possible.
Yeah, she's the type of player that they expect to unlock a defense. Again, a hat trick against Portland State. She scored against Oregon directly off of a corner. Here she is. For Gabby Rizzo. And the defending, incredible there by Kennedy Wesley. Away by Ike. Throw in on the far side for San Francisco.
Now, if they can play this like a cross, it's going to be dangerous and advantageous for USF.
Yeah, 5 minutes into this second half. San Francisco's had a good run so far. It's Vasquez. It bounces right in front of the goalkeeper.
And I'm not sure if that took a deflection, but that's one of those shots where you hit it hard and low on this turf, it's going to maybe slide right in.
It was Ryan Campbell who collected there. She's been sturdy and good.
Nice run of play here for USF, getting a lot of play, keeping possession, and getting in their offensive half.
And that ball to the outstretched foot of Samantha Kerwood-Wagner. No go, and a shot from distance, and it finds the net! What an outstanding goal by Lumi Kosmeyer. The freshman from Southbury, Connecticut, sees Megan Nail off her line, and Stanford leads 2-0 in San Francisco. She has a little dance side to side, and a triumphant goal by the freshman, Lumi Kosmeyer.
And that is really disheartening when you're working so hard, you're doing so well, and then you get a goal like that over the head of the goalkeeper. That's really tough to take.
Well, the home side was on the front foot as well. Here comes Vasquez. Right off the kickoff. Well, that second goal.
Yep.
A really big goal.
Absolutely. So early in the second half. But I like so far the Dawn's reaction.
Here's the freshman, Lindsay Chow. Kosmeyer. And now, Ali Montoya. Still Montoya, the freshman, and Megan Nail makes the save.
And Kat Hill did a very good job, not stabbing for the ball, ushering the forward Montoya away so her angle wasn't great.
Well, there's another look at that goal there. Kosmeyer from a long distance sees Megan Nail off her line.
She sure did. She just took a very quick glance up and had to go. And like you said, caught Nail off her line.
Here's Maya Doms. Is she in the clear? Well, that touch just a little bit too much. But Maya Doms wants a little bit more for Stanford here. Last time Stanford was on this pitch, they won 9-0 in 2019. Katarina Macario scored a hat trick
in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, and had 4 goals early in the second half at that time.
Outstanding player. We were honored to see her play here up close and personal, and she's doing wonderful for the U.S. women's national team.
Yeah, quite a player. And again, this Stanford program has produced so many great players for national teams, specifically the U.S. women's national team. Kristen Press,
who's playing for Angel City FC currently.
The list goes on. Macario, Maya Doms may even get a go.
Oh, I'm sure she'll have a look.
Andrea Kitahara was with the U20s as well. Or excuse me, the U23s. I apologize. The sophomore, who is a high-flying winger. She has not featured so far this season, but spoke with the sports information director before this game, and Kitahara, very, very important, influential player within this Stanford side. Doms, Engie, they're going to be a force again this year. Junior goalkeeper, solid back line, and you can already tell that just by this opening 55 minutes of the game.
Right. And I'm not sure how deep they are. I'm sure they are, but we haven't seen a lot of substitutions, which I prefer. Kind of gets the flow going, consistency, the gelling of the team.
Doms. Through ball for Montoya. Montoya 1v1 versus Kamansky. She shows her, shows her the outside, and that's good defending by the left back, Kamansky. Pagoni. One back by Ivani Brent. Montoya. Doms. Still, Maya Doms crosses it in and away by Cat Hill. Throw in, corner for Stanford. Taken by Grubel. Outstretched foot of Rubenstein, and Megan Nail comes out. She was fouled in the process.
I'm not sure what he called there because the assistant referee didn't raise his flag. But Nail doing a very good job coming out and meeting that ball high in the air.
Doms with the foul there on Ward. Restart for San Francisco. Haven't really had the chance to truly test Ryan Campbell too much.
And it looks like Roth is finally going to have to be subbed out. She has been nursing that left thigh for 55 minutes, but she's done very well. So hats off to her, but she finally comes out, just not able to go much further.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for her, and Jamison Ward will take her place in the back, or they may make some sort of formation shift as well. Chasing this game now, 2-0. Again, this group, one of the most talented groups that Jim Millender has ever had in his 12 seasons at San Francisco. The goal to try to get to this NCAA tournament for the first time ever in program history. We talk about it every year that you and I have been commentating. It seems to get closer and closer. Every single step, every single recruit, every single match under this program is important. He stabilized the program from beforehand and then some. And this is a great through ball. Can Chow get there? The goalkeeper, Campbell, gets there first.
Campbell doing an excellent job of winning that ball before Chow could win the ball. And yeah, Jim Millender took over a program that was absolutely in bad times, and he has put it in a position to compete at a national level. Here you have a top program, like you said, a top 5 program, and there's not much in this game. With all due respect to Stanford, this is not much in this game.
Yeah, coming into this game, Stanford scored 5 goals. San Francisco scored 5 goals. Although they've played a game more, both undefeated thus far. Stanford 1-0. San Francisco 1 win and a tie. Here's Ivani Brant. Goal scorer, Kosmeyer. Maya Doms. Looking for that through ball via Ali Montoya.
Really good, patient defense by the Dons. They had several players behind the ball.
Looking for Kerwood Wagner there. Samantha Williams with her 3rd goal so far this season.
I believe that was Kennedy Wesley for Stanford on the defensive end, showing a lot of speed in order to get that ball that went over the top of the defense.
Yeah, she's an outstanding player and really gets stuck in as well. She's got stuck into all her tackles thus far tonight, and that's why she wears that captain's armband. Goal kick to the visitors.
I always get a little nervous when plays like that happen at the end of the field there where the turf meets the cement, but both players look okay, so that's a relief.
Rubenstein looking for a ball in that center channel. There's going to be a substitution coming for San Francisco soon. Here's Maya Doms in the clear. Maya Doms, and it just over the bar. Maya Doms, who wears that number 10 shirt and wears it so well. You'd expect her to score there on the Mac Herman Trophy watch list. Wearing the captain's armband this year. $11 goals last season for Maya Doms and 3 assists. Still looking to open up her scoring account this season. Hasn't had the chance just yet to do that, but you'd expect her, if this Stanford team's gonna go a while this season, she's gonna be scoring a lot of goals. That's Rubenstein, able to wriggle her way through from that right back spot, continuing to make her run. And on the turn there, put the shot on.
If USF can pick up the speed of play, I think they're going to have a better opportunity. If they're trying to be methodical about their attack, I don't think Stanford's going to put up with it.
Here's Chow in the corner. Still Chow.
And you got to love the tenacity out of Chow, really trying to win that ball back, doing everything she can.
On there by Kamansky. Up in the air by Avani Brandt. Cleared away there by Kennedy Wesley. Kamansky in a foot race with Ali Montoya. And Kamansky taking her time to get up here. And I think she might have a problem here. Allison Kamansky has some cramp going on. And the referee stops the clock. Hopefully get some treatment going.
Hopefully it's only a cramp, but it's kind of not the weather you typically get cramps in. But they are working both her legs, so hopefully she's okay.
Both teams will huddle up a little bit. 27 minutes or so left. 27:23 on the clock left. The clock stopped on that right now as Kamansky gets some treatment. 3 substitutions on the way for Stanford, a few on the way for USF. Oh, 2 for San Francisco. Isabel Esparza in the game. And she replaces Kamansky. Host of changes for Stanford as well.
4 or 5, if I counted correctly.
Kosmeyer. Rubenstein. One back there by Elise Evans. And Kennedy Wesley.
Wow. Really calling this game tightly.
El Solo in the game for San Francisco. Kerwood Wagner back in the match as well. And on the Stanford side, Leontini back in the game. The junior midfielder from Danville.
It's a good night for hot chocolate.
Yeah, Aki Yuasa back in the game too for the visitors. And Andrea Kitahara in this match. We chatted about her earlier. Didn't get a chance to play in the last game against Sac State. And so the high-flying winger gets her opportunity. Here she is. She heads the ball down into the feet of Yuasa. Yuasa Kitahara. You can tell how technical she is. She just had a couple step-overs right as she received the ball. It's going to be a throw-in on that far side. Stanford very much in control of this game, up 2-0. San Francisco trying to find some sort of foothold to get back into it.
Just a little spark.
Yuasa Leontini takes a deflection. It's going to go out for a corner. Yuasa. Back into the area, cleared off the line by Isabel Esparza. Avani Brandt. One back there by Jasmine Ike. She has been a handful and just very dynamic in central midfield today for Stanford. Does it all, can be a target.
Yeah,
Box-to-box midfielder.
Absolutely, they really look for her, and then she spreads the ball around if she doesn't take a defender on.
And Isabella Esparza moves from left back to right back as Allison Kamenski back in this game. Lots of changes for San Francisco as Ward goes to the deck there. Kosmeyer fouled her. El Solo trying to win back the ball, but Ike, so good, bringing that down. Alex Carpio won back the ball there, and she was fouled. Solo for Cat Hill. Carpio looking to find Kamenski, and she does that. Stanford so good defensively, winning the ball back.
Well, they never seem out of position, do they, defensively?
Elise Evans ball over the top. She's clattered into. Carpio maybe going to be booked here. Referee going to have a chat with her first. I think that's probably the final warning, Joe. What do you think?
I think she has another one or two in her bag before she gets booked.
Well, it was funny because in the first 5 minutes, Amy Sayer was booked for that sliding challenge on Megan Nail. And you thought maybe he's going to bring out quite a few more cards, especially here in the corner on this far side.
Like on Rizzo, yeah.
Yeah. But
unlike the men's game where they were coming out of the pocket every other second in the second half, am I right? And which led to the red card because the Northern Illinois player got 2 yellow cards. Not 1, but 2.
It's good to be back commentating these matches with you, my friend.
It's always fun, Charles. We got to keep it lively here. And hopefully everyone at home is enjoying this. If you can't make it out here live, it's always good to tune in. Send us a text, send us a Twitter.
Kosmeyer! That's her second! A brace! Lumi Kosmeyer having quite a night tonight. Have a bow as well. Lumi Kosmeyer, her second of the evening. San Francisco 0, Stanford 3.
Yeah, really well taken. Hard low and right to the corner to beat Nail, the goalkeeper.
The freshman from Southbury, Connecticut is lighting it up tonight. Not just scoring goals, but involving the rest of her team in the attack. She has been an absolute difference maker for this Stanford team. She didn't start the game at center forward, but as she's come on, they've scored 3 goals. Ball over the top there, front by Pagoni. And looking for Esparza.
And that's what good teams do. They really take advantage and put away their opportunities. And that's what Stanford has done tonight, obviously on 3 goals.
San Francisco 0, Stanford 3, around 20 minutes to go here at Mega Wesco Stadium. Vasquez, and her shot goes wide. 4 goals on the season for Vasquez. Can't count out San Francisco just yet. Can never count out the Dons, especially what we saw in the first match of the evening, in the first game of the doubleheader. And
that was a fantastic finish. It just, like you said, Charles, just shows you never give up, you never quit, you keep going, you never know what's going to happen.
Here's Samantha Williams, who scored the opener of the evening. Both Williams and Kosmeyer tied with goals so far for Stanford this season. 2 substitutions once more now for the Cardinal. Being withdrawn is Jasmine Ike. Looks like Abby Grubel back in the game. Ball swerved in here off the head of Kat Hill. And Katie Duong as well in central midfield. Dawn's defending well in numbers there off that corner, but retained by Stanford and through the feet of Avani Brandt.
USF, in order to counterattack or try to build out of the back, they need to play much wider. They're playing very narrow and too direct.
El Solo, she has a go. Ryan Campbell off her line for a moment there. And perhaps the moment was just closing as Solo hit that, but good stuff from the sophomore. El Solo. And you can even hear the USF chants over to our right from the stands, even from the young youth players that came and did the walkouts and played at the halftime game here. The stands packed, regardless of scoreline, continuing to root on their team. The San Francisco Dons. Atmosphere buoyant indeed. Even down 3-0, they'll still chant.
Absolutely, and it's fun to see. Smiles on their face, kids running around. It's great.
There's Kita Hada, a custom step over. Samantha Williams on the turn. Got a lot of pieces off the bench, this Stanford team.
And they continue to attack. And an attack in numbers. Look how many players are in advanced position.
Another substitution coming for the Dons. Kat Hill withdrawn. Samantha Reyes in the game at center back for Kat Hill. Excellent take here by Leontini. Still Leontini, she has a go. Many step overs, then over to her left foot.
But again, a good job defensively because she was ushered away from the goal, taking a strong angle away from her shot.
Down the field by Megan Nail. Throw in for San Francisco just in front of their bench. Final 15 minutes or so.
And what Stanford does really well as a team is they move tremendously well off the ball. If you've noticed from the wide angle at home, players are moving at all times, anticipating teammates getting the ball, then they're in position to get that third pass. And that's what these good teams really do. They move as a unit really well off the ball and together.
Here's Chow. Kamansky's ball. Kamansky looking to find Carpio. off the foot of Pagoni. Here's Samantha Reyes. Great little first-time ball back turn to Isabella Esparza. Orchestrating the back line. Getting some minutes tonight in place of Kat Hill and Kenna Roth. And good for her, the sophomore, getting some time.
And that's what these matches, I think, can help a team improve. Even with the loss, you can improve through minutes, experience, and learning from, playing against such a top competitor.
Restart coming now. Looking for Kita Hata, second ball. Almost one back there by Grubel. Ryan Campbell, absolutely excellent. Hasn't had a ton to do, but again, she's been good out of the back with her feet, orchestrating her back line. It's done a majority of the work for her.
And that's so important because those goalies have a very good view in the field, and they do need to be leaders and orchestrators of the shape back there for the defense, as well as the midfield.
Well, you can hear someone rile up the crowd right in front of us. Again, talk about the atmosphere. It's not bad at all, especially with the mist and the fog coming in here. Looks like a few people are leaving, but I'll be fair. Nobody's really leaving, and that's what makes a good soccer community, good football community, however you call it.
There's still Dawn Dogs for sale.
How many have you had tonight?
Unfortunately, none.
Okay, that's good. Are you sure?
I wouldn't mind, but I haven't had time. We've been busy.
Yeah. Under 12 minutes to go here. Back to the football.
Unlike Harry Carey, I don't eat on the mic or drink.
Okay. That's good. San Francisco 0, Stanford 3.
Or sing.
Well, I think you're probably a good singer, but we haven't heard it yet. Maybe the fans haven't either. Have to entertain us at some point. Here's Kita Hata. Such a great player, Kita Hata. Had the chance to do Stanford, Oregon last year on the Pac-12 networks, and Kita Hata so good in the wide channels, and she's going to have an amazing career. You can already tell, just a sophomore with the U23 team. And the flashes of brilliance, the technical ability, just when she gets on the ball, step overs, how she faces up to an opponent 1v1. The type of player that can certainly be an example for so many others that want to play the game at the top level. Here's Jamison Ward. I'm sure she'd love her team to get a goal back or two. Performed so well in big games, Jamison Ward. Again, she had that mythical goal against Santa Clara early in the second half last year in the Dawn's famous win against Santa Clara. And at that time, Santa Clara was actually the defending national champions. And they were defeated here on this very pitch, 2-1, courtesy of Jamison Ward. Jamison Ward's strike with Vasquez.
That was a fun game to call.
Yeah. last time out in 2019, right before the pandemic. Santa Clara, the national champions in 2021, the immediate last national championship right after the truncated season in that spring session of 2021. So lots of very good teams San Francisco will continue to face.
And, again, speaks volumes to the talent we have in the Bay Area. I mean, if you look at the Stanford roster, there are very few players not from the Bay Area.
Kelly Pagador in the game as well for Stanford. A sophomore from Roseville. Looks like Jamison Ward going to be withdrawn here in this final 8 minutes.
And again, this is a great opportunity for Jim Millender and his staff to get playing time for players who may not normally fight against a top competitor. So that's going to pay dividends down the road, and that's what they're really looking for, is to be ready to win the WCC.
Alex Carpio in the corner, going on a bit of an adventure over there on the right.
Well, she's definitely turned on that speed, didn't she?
Absolutely. Again, the freshman from Union City. To go here.
And then we'll be back on Saturday night, I believe, for a men's game here at 7 p.m. at Nick Westco Field.
Yeah, that'll be the next broadcast. San Francisco men's soccer versus Niagara. Ball almost finds its way through. Hangs on there. Coming up next for San Francisco, they'll be on the road Sunday evening against UC Davis. Undefeated. Yeah, they're undefeated on the year, UC Davis, but I'm sure Jim Millender and his staff and this group have some ideas for Sunday evening, and if they can get a result there as well, and a couple more heading into conference play, could string some good stuff together this season.
Yeah, I see UC Davis, led by Tracy Ham, knocked off Santa Clara earlier this preseason.
Yeah,
at Santa Clara.
It's a good sign. Ball in the corner here. Cross back in, top of the area. Here's Marie Marlowe. And she clears it. Final 5 minutes to go in what has been somewhat of a routine game here for Stanford as they've really settled into it. Felt comfortable in this second half, getting that goal early in the second half, actually against the run of play.
But Charles, I think you're right. I think settled into the game is actually the right term. They've really become stronger as the game's gone on. They've really started connecting 4 and 5 and 6 passes. And here you see them continuing to attack.
That's Katie Duong. Nia Harrison in the game at right back. an ace in it. Center back. One back by Julia Leontini. Anna Gerlach in the game for San Francisco at center mid. Marie Marlowe will chase this. Ella Wang in the game as well at left back for the San Francisco Dons side. Here's Elisa